Chapter 1 Congratulations! You are going to be a mom. Erica Shang was a little bit absent-minded at the moment. All she could think of this afternoon as she sat with her back reclined on the wooden chair were the doctor's words. Erica looked at the test results the doctor had handed over to her earlier at the hospital with shaky hands and mixed feelings of joy and uncertainty. 6 weeks pregnant. Finally, Norberto and I will become parents soon. We are finally going to have our own baby. She found herself tearing up at her own words, choking on her tears. It was unbelievable when she saw the results. She had been sick earlier and had booked an appointment with the doctor. What she never expected was the test results coming back with a positive pregnancy statement. It was too beautiful for her to believe. She could finally have a reason to smile after all the heartbreak and hardship that she has been through. It's been 3 good years of untold hardship and pain since she became the wife of Norberto, the world-known famous billionaire. Erica loved Norberto with all her heart and was willing to do anything and everything for him. But he gave her nothing but pain and despair alongside shoving her love at her face. She knew he only had eyes for Delaney, her elder sister, who had brought her painful memories which wouldn't be ending soon. But it didn't matter to her anymore. The birth of her babies, she was sure, will bring her closer to Norberto. She wiped at her face as she looked at the date she had circled on the calendar hanging on the wall. She let out a sigh as she realized it was her 3rd wedding anniversary. Erica decided to cheer up and not let anything spoil the good news she has for Norberto. Driving through the city road filled with cars and buses and bustling with people, Erica looked out through the window of the owner's car seat. A gift shop was just ahead of her. She looked at her wristwatch. It was 10 minutes past 6 p.m. and even though it was getting late already, she pulled over and within a few minutes, she was out, holding the gift she had bought for Norberto. She got home with her head filled with different thoughts. She took the lingerie she had reserved for this day and wore it, packing her hair into a bun. She stood, looking at the mirror. Even though she had gained a bit of weight, she still looked so good and young. She took one last long look at herself and grabbed the gift she had gotten earlier, heading towards Norberto's room. "Who's there?" Norberto's cold voice rang out from inside his bedroom. Erica took a deep breath and mumbled some prayers before speaking. "Erica, it's Erica. Norberto, I just want to talk to you. If you don't mind, can I come in, please?" A frown fell on his face as he opened the door. His eyes hovered around her swiftly, and without even acknowledging her lingerie, he spat out, "What do you want?" His voice came out harsh as usual. Erica just stood there unsure of what to say. His icy demeanor has made her forget everything she had planned to say, making her look dumb. "It's our 3rd wedding anniversary, so I got you this gift, my love," she responded immediately with a shaky voice, stretching the gift she had bought earlier towards him. "I also have a much better gift than this one," she said, slightly rubbing her tummy in a circular motion. Norberto didn't take the bag which had the gift from her. His gaze was still fixed at her, which made her shiver out of fear. "I don't need it," he said, without a care in the world, banging the door at her face. Erica felt her heart shattering into pieces. Her eyes twitched, but she tried to hold back her tears. She pushed open the door and took a few slow steps towards where he was seated, clutching the gift in front of her. Why, Norberto? Why? What have I ever done to you? You didn't even look inside the bag to see the gift I got for you. You didn't even see what's inside. You didn't even care to listen to what I have to say. I've told you several times to stay the hell away from me. He had a scowl on his face and his eyes were narrowed. You are such a great actress. You think coming here with some cheap gift will make me forget what you've done, Norberto? Her feelings were crushed upon hearing his statements. You are evil, so quit acting like a saint and stop showing the whole world how good of a wife you are, because no matter whatever you do, he leaned closer to her. I'll forever see you as the evil lady who took my happiness away from me, who took my beloved one away from me. At this moment, Erica didn't bother trying to stop the tears that were already cascading freely down her pale, thin face. Believe me, Norberto, I swear I know nothing. I am innocent over here. I know nothing that transpired on that night. I believe it was a set-up. 3 years ago, Norberto was engaged to Erica's elder sister Delaney, but Delaney was not in love with Norberto just as he was. She had another guy from college who she was in love with. She had already planned on going on a vacation with him when her family and Norberto's family announced they should be wedded. Seeing that Norberto was still trying to gain his feet at his father's company and was not as rich as the other guy, she drugged Erica and made her spend the night with Norberto instead of her. She secretly took photos and made videos and paid bloggers to circulate them over the media. She also sent it to all close family members and tricked everyone into believing Erica slept with Norberto and stole her man. Delaney took advantage of the whole situation and went out of the country with her rich lover while claiming she was going for therapy sessions. Erica was made to marry Norberto in order to save the family's name and cover the shame. Erica was disowned by her father and hated by almost all the family members to date. Norberto hated her even more because he still thinks she had played a fast one on him and tricked him into sleeping with her. I've begged over and over and tried to make you understand that I never did all that. I am the victim here as well as you are, Norberto. I understand you are still hurt, but believe me, I know nothing about this. You think I will ever believe you? Joke's on you, but no. For as long as I live, I will never believe what you say, and I will never forgive you. Norberto walked over to her side. He pulled out a file stacked in between 2 books and tossed it towards her. What should I do with this, Norberto? She wiped the tears away from her eyes and moved a bit away from the file, taking a glance at it. Then back to Norberto. We are done. This marriage is over. I was actually looking for the perfect time to tell you about this. I think it's now. What do you mean? She looked at him, her eyes filled with emotions. Don't do this, Norberto, she whispered, her lips quivering. She walked over to where the file was and bent over to pick it. She pulled out the content and glanced through it. Her face turned pale and her lips quivered. She felt as if her world had just been torn apart as she came face to face with divorce papers. Divorce? You are divorcing me? On our 3rd anniversary? What have I ever done wrong to you? What? Can't believe you are doing this, she said faintly. I can't cope with you anymore. There's no point. I don't love you and I don't want you. Delaney and I are finally getting back together. No, she doesn't love you. Delaney doesn't love you. Norberto, believe me, please. She sobbed. Your actions and cheap tears do not move me. I won't fall for any of your tricks again. Sign the divorce papers and stay out of my life. If you ruin this moment for me this time, I'll make sure you pay with your life. Please, Norberto, I have no one else but you. No family, nobody. I have nowhere else to go if you send me out. Please, Norberto, just believe me once. Erica felt her body getting weaker. She had cried a lot and at this point, she doubted if any tears could come out of her eyes again. Her father had sent her out of his house and taken back everything he gave her. She was left with nothing. She could not believe Norberto was doing this to her just because of Delaney. 3 years gone just like that. 3 years of patience and love went down the drain. Wasted just like that. She sobbed. Whatever item of mine is in your possession, make sure to leave them behind. I never want to see you in my life ever again.
She dashed out of the house crying hysterically, leaving the maids and guards murmuring amongst themselves. She cared less about the rumors and whispers. At this moment, she just needed a place to stay and think. Her eyes opened up and the tears came out rushing with full force the moment Erica got into the car. She buried her face in her palms, trying to muffle her screams as her heart shattered into pieces. She started the car engine and made her way straight to her father's house, hoping to explain everything to him and have him beg Norberto on her behalf. She will come back to meet Norberto when he's more calm. Not knowing what to believe, she assumes it is all a trick, and Norberto is just playing on her intelligence. She will let him calm down, then break the news of the pregnancy to him. Upon pulling up at her father's house, Erica was heartbroken as she was told her father had gone out for a meeting. When will he be back? She said to Oscar rather impatiently, I don't know. He didn't say. Oscar had come outside upon sighting her car. He was her father's security guard. I'll wait for him. Erica made it inside the surroundings, but was stopped dead in her tracks by Oscar. You can't go in any further, I'm sorry. Why can't I? This is my father's house. Erica protested, trying to force her way inside. The order came from your father. Really, my father? Yes, ma'am. You heard him, you aren't deaf. You aren't allowed to step foot inside the house any longer, so leave her now, or else I'll set the dogs on you. She gritted her teeth, pointing towards the gate. Erica immediately froze upon hearing the familiar voice. She was not expecting her sister back to the country anytime soon. Turning to face her, she saw Delaney walking downstairs in a flowery gown which screamed luxury. She wouldn't be surprised to know Norberto is the one funding her expensive lifestyle. What are you doing here? Erica quizzed, walking furiously towards her. Delaney's laughter rang out like tinkling bells. The last time I checked, this is my house, my father's house. I should be asking you that question. What are you doing here? She came to a halt, facing Erica directly, with her arms akimbo. Stay away from Norberto, Delaney, I beg you. I need my home to be at peace and not in pieces. Who is Norberto? Delaney sneered. You the hell know who Norberto is. Stop playing around with me. Stay the hell away from my husband. Erica was furious. TSK, poor you. You mean your soon-to-be ex-husband, Delaney mocked. She nudged Erica with her shoulder as she walked past her and sat on a chair. Look at you, Erica, you look so pathetic. I love it when you are sad. You deserve no happiness, do you? You are evil, so evil, Delaney, you are a monster. What have I ever done to you? Ever since you and your mother walked into our lives, everything has changed. You started sharing almost everything with me. My father, my home, my friends, the attention, literally everything, Erica, and I so hate you for that. You were like the perfect daughter. Everyone preferred you over me, and now you think you can be the wife of the richest man in the country, huh? I'd rather have you dead than share Norberto with me. I never wanted to be his wife. I never took your man away from you. You? Know the truth, yet you are still blaming me for everything. You caused everything, yet lash out on me. How callous of you, Delaney. And now that I want him, that I finally yearn for his love, you are back to destroy everything. I am back to take what is rightfully mine and occupy my position as the wife to the richest man in the country. How does that sound? Don't get in my way, Erica. You won't like the repercussions. Clap. As if acting on impulse, she raised her hand and slapped Delaney hard across the cheek, which sent her sprawling on the floor, holding her face. The triumphant smile on Delaney's face slowly faded away as a frown appeared on her face. She rubbed her cheek frantically, trying to ease the burning sensation. How dare you lay your filthy hands on me? She stared angrily at Erica. When? My mother and I came into this family, we came with love. All our life we endured every trash, every single act of condemnation, every single hurtful and humiliating actions and words you threw at us. You turned her husband against her and my father against me. He was never your father. You were only a part of this family since he got married to your mom. I mean, he had no choice. She rolled her eyes at Erica. Now you want to. Do the same to an innocent child, a child who hasn't arrived in the world yet. You want to deprive an innocent child of his father's love. I won't let you do that. You might have succeeded in doing that to me, but I won't let you take the father of my unborn child away and deprive him of all the fatherly love and care he can get. Erica's words got Delaney confused. She furrowed her eyebrows as a confused expression enveloped her entire face. Pregnant? She can't be. She must have slept with some cheap guy, and now she's pinning the baby on Norberto. She thought she'd done everything possible to send Erica out of his life, but getting pregnant for him will ruin everything. That means she won't be able to have Norberto all to herself, and the child could be a source of connection between Erica and him. She can't be the one to have an heir for the family. It can't be Erica. It has to be her. Delaney rushed toward Erica and touched her stomach, then glared at her, stealing glances at her flat stomach. Get your hands off me. Stay away from me. Whose bastard child is that? Delaney asked in disgust. You have no right calling my child such filthy names. This pregnancy belongs to Norberto. Such a liar. Delaney sneered. You have been sleeping around with numerous boyfriends of yours, and now that they do not want to accept the pregnancy, you want to pin it on Norberto. How shameless of you. Do not talk dirty of me. For the past 3 years that I and Norberto have been married, I've had no carnal knowledge of any other man except him. I am not for the streets like you. You and your bastard child won't make it out of here alive. Delaney pushed Erica to the floor with all her might, hitting her and kicking her in the tummy. You bitch. I will make sure your mother doesn't recognize you when you both meet in hell. Erica was already bleeding from the mouth at this point, but fought hard to shield her stomach and pregnancy from her evil sister's blows and kicks. She was already regretting why she had come here in the first place. I hate the sight of you. I hate your presence, and I wish you could just vanish from the surface of the earth. Delaney ranted as she continued kicking Erica in the stomach and sending heavy blows on her head. Erica groaned in pain. Her stomach was hurting so badly at this point, and tears had started rolling down her bloodied and bruised face. The pain was excruciating. She struggled to get up, but was pulled down by Delaney. If you try to come between Norberto and I swear I will hunt you down and kill you. He is mine and mine alone. You better get this into your head. Glaring murderously at her sister, she smiled when she saw blood trickling down her leg. Feeling satisfied, she started to make her way back into the house. She took a few steps and stopped in her tracks just before entering the house, smirking. And make sure to get rid of that thing you call a baby, she ordered before finally making her way back inside. I wonder which guy got you pregnant anyways, she mumbled. Unable to bear the excruciating pain ravaging through her body, Erica managed to reach for her bag and took her phone from inside. She could feel the remaining strength left in her slowly seeping away. She scrolled through her phone with blood-stained fingers, searching frantically for Norberto's number. Please pick up the phone, Norberto. However, the next second, a pair of leather shoes crushed her hands hard. She dragged herself on the floor towards her car as she slowly lost consciousness. Erica Shawn perceived the strong smell of a hospital as she slowly opened her eyes. She had no idea how long she had been unconscious. She felt pains all over her body, including a throbbing headache. She looked at the monitor which was beeping beside her, and it took her a few seconds before she could see clearly. She saw the doctor dishing out orders to a young nurse who wrote things down quickly on a file. The nurse nodded towards her after saying a few words to the doctor. The doctor turned and took a glance at her, seeing that she had regained consciousness. He rushed over to her side, feeling her temperature. "How do you feel now, miss?" Erica Shawn took her hand to her belly immediately. "Please tell me I didn't lose the pregnancy." Erica whispered. Her eyes were filled with tears and the veins in her head popped out. "How is my baby?" The doctor let out a soft sigh. "You need to calm down. Don't tell me to calm down, just answer me. How's my baby, please?" She whimpered, her eyes filled with pity. "Your baby is fine, but you need to relax. Your body needs all the rest it can get," the doctor assured her. Erica sniffled and shut her eyes as she placed both hands on her stomach. Tears rolled down each side of her face. She felt glad she still had the pregnancy even after everything. "You were lucky to have been brought in here early. Any further delay could have resulted in you losing the pregnancy. You need to be kept here for more observations. It is essential for the sake of your well-being and that of the child." Erica nodded, hoping that things would get better afterwards. "Where is my phone, please?" She knew she had dialed Norberto's number a couple of times. He must have called her back. "I will have the nurse send it in right away. Your stuff is safe. We kept them in the security department." Erica sighed and rubbed her temple as she stared at her phone. There was not a single call from Norberto, who brought her to the hospital. "Where's the person that brought me here?" "He left already." "Did he introduce himself? Who could he be?" "You were brought in by a young man. He said his name was Peter and he was passing by when he saw you lying lifeless on the floor." "All right, thanks, Doc." Erica sighed. She tried to fight the tears that were threatening to fall again. "He promised to come check on you later. Maybe you'll get to see him then." Erica tried to hide her hurt and disappointment by bringing her knees up and burying her face between them as the tears slowly dropped. "I don't know what exactly you are going through or what might have happened, but you need to be strong. Remember, when you are okay, your baby is okay, and when you aren't, it is the same case for your baby. Even though you are stabilized now and okay, there's still a chance of you getting a miscarriage, so that's why we are still keeping you here to observe you, and while doing that, we need you to please be relaxed and get enough rest. Keep in mind that your general health has a great effect on your baby. Thanks for the kind words, Doc. I appreciate your great care of concern. I'm just concerned my husband never called to check up on me or the baby, and I am worried." Erica's heart fell as she said those words. She couldn't believe Norberto never returned her calls. Erica tossed her phone aside. She felt as if she was not existing anymore, especially to Norberto. She inhaled deeply and closed her eyes. As she slowly dozed off, Erica was strolling around the hospital premises, trying to clear her head when she got a glimpse of someone familiar on one of the nurses' phones. "Let me see this, please. Thank you," she said, snatching the phone away from the nurse's grip. "No, this can't be," she sobbed, trying so hard not to break down. Her actions got the nurses worried, with confusion etched all over their faces. It was a video of Delaney and Norberto. They were gorgeously dressed, holding hands like couples and kissing, with smiles on their faces. Latest billionaire couples. The headlines made her heart tremble with fright. She sweated even though the weather was cold. Delaney was all over Norberto, flirting with him, which further made Erica hurt. Erica soon burst into tears after seeing the headlines. She felt betrayed by Norberto and her stepsister. She was in the hospital fighting for her life and her babies too, and all they could think of was to get engaged. Her absence was not even noticed by Norberto, and he was still living fine. She sobbed so hard, which got the doctor and nurses worried about her health. She went inside the hospital room where her phone was and picked it up, still sobbing. Knowing she had no value in Norberto's life, she resolved to accept his divorce proposal. "I'm so happy we are finally a couple," Delaney giggled as she flirted with Norberto. They walked into the big hall where Norberto's family were all seated awaiting the arrival of the couples. Norberto's family had organized a big family dinner to welcome Delaney into their family. So many of my friends are so going to be jealous of me when they see my posts on Instagram, she squirmed. Delaney looked at Norberto as they sat beside each other at the dining table. Norberto, what's wrong? You have been quiet. Why aren't you even saying anything? Or you are not happy? Of course I'm happy, my dear. Just tired. He said distantly. Seeing he was aloof, Delaney decided to let him be and focused on her meal. Norberto's phone buzzed and he quickly picked it up from the table. His eyebrows lit up in surprise as he stared at the screen. I accept the divorce. You won't ever get to feel even a bit of love from me. We are done like you've said. Enjoy my absence since my presence never made you recognize my worth. His jaw dropped as he read the message. What is the matter, sweetie? Delaney asked, snatching the phone away from his hand. Good riddance to bad rubbish. I'm glad she realized already that she has no chance with you. It's only quite unfortunate it happened late. Norberto looked at Delaney with a puzzled look as she said those words. Can I have my phone back, please? He asked, suddenly feeling hot and uneasy. He kept reading the text message he had received from Erica over and over, and he wondered why he felt so concerned when he was the one that had asked for the divorce in the first place. He excused himself and rose up, heading towards his room. Delaney felt pissed off and gritted her teeth in anger. She could feel a burning rage inside of her even though she tried to remain calm. She stood up just immediately and went after him. She met him stretched out flat with his back on the bed. He was facing the ceiling, obviously in deep thoughts. Delaney walked towards him, sashaying. I feel you are not in a good mood. I can lighten up your mood, she said seductively, tracing his bare chest with her fingers. Not today, Delaney, please, I'm tired. He shoved her aside and went to sit at the edge of the bed. What is going on, Norberto? What is wrong with you? Don't tell me you are in this mood just because of that text you received from Erica. Norberto stared at Delaney curiously, wondering if there was something she wasn't telling him. Do not talk of Erica like that. I'm only a bit worried and concerned that she isn't at home by this time of the night. And her text message was just so sudden. I wasn't expecting her to accept the divorce this way. The good thing is, she already accepted it. Let's have some good time together. She bit her lower lips flirtatiously, playing with a strand of hair that fell over her face. Norberto looked at her and let out a sigh. I am not in the mood for this, Delaney. We'll meet tomorrow. Good night. Norberto tried walking away but was pulled back by Delaney. Really, are you sending me away now? She asked unbelievably. Seeing that there was no response from Norberto, she walked towards the shelf just beside the bed and took her bag. I'm leaving. I'm going home, she said and stormed out of the room, slamming the door really hard. Immediately, Delaney was gone. Norberto sprang up and headed straight for Erica's room. He pushed the door open and his heart fell. Norberto could not explain the coldness that swept through his heart, numbing him when he saw just an empty room. Erica had never slept outside the house or stayed out late before. She had no friends, and no family where he could say she was staying with at the moment. He walked back to his room feeling dejected and with a very blank but heavy mind. He flunked himself on his bed and buried his face in his palms. He was wondering why he was feeling the way he felt at the moment. He couldn't understand why. He felt a sudden feeling of loneliness and fear. Norberto started debating on whether he should return the numerous calls he had missed from her, or reply to her text message. He didn't even know where she was at the moment, and this made his heart beat in trepidation. He finally resolved the conflict in his mind and decided to call her. He picked up his phone and dialed her number with his heart in his mouth. 6 years later, Mommy, wake up. Erica heard her son's voice, followed by his tiny pair of hands shaking her. Oh, Nikki, go away. I will get up soon, she said with a sleepy voice, her eyes still closed. It's Ricky, Mommy. Not Nikki, by the way. Your alarm has been beeping and it's causing such a nuisance already. Oh, sorry, my love. I'm up now, see? Erica said, finally opening her eyes. She slowly pulled herself up into a sitting position and pulled her son closer. Give me a hug, my dear. The little boy threw himself into his mother's waiting arms and snuggled deeply. Erica placed a deep kiss on his forehead before asking, Where are your siblings? Ricky is still sleeping and Becky is outside, painting as usual. Erica nodded and smiled. Let's go see what your sister is painting. Erica intertwined her hand with her son's and went outside into the garden. It was big and filled with beautiful flowers which spread across the floor, giving the place a beautiful view. Erica spotted Becky at the far end of the garden doing what she loved the most. Hey, beautiful, what are you painting, my love? Erica asked, bending over her daughter's shoulder to get a closer view of her painting. Hi, Mommy, it's a butterfly. Becky responded, smiling cheerfully. Erica smiled and rubbed Becky's head satisfactorily. That's beautiful, love. It's time to get ready for school. You can resume painting when you get back, okay? I need to be at work early, so let's go get you guys ready. Becky looked at her mother and smiled. Let's go wake your brother up. Erica held Nikki's hand on one side and Becky's hand on the other side and plodded towards Ricky's room, chatting cheerfully with her kids. Just like Nikki said, Ricky was still sleeping. Erica walked towards him and gently shook him. Wacky wacky, wake up, Ricky, it's time for school. The third triplet stretched and yawned. Erica bent down, pulling him up. She kissed him on the forehead, then led the trio into the bathroom. Mommy, can you make another omelet for me, please? Becky asked, pulling at Erica's gown as she got their lunchbox ready. Another omelet, why? She wants to give it to Jaime. Ricky's voice rang out. Erica looked at Becky, who was shy already, then back at Ricky. So Ricky, tell me, who's Jaime? A boy in Becky's class. A boy, okay, I see. Erica mumbled. She stared at Becky, who was blushing already. What did I miss? You know what, you will give me the full gist when we all are back home, how about that? Erica loved her triplets dearly and she cherished them. They come first in her life and she was willing to do anything to see them happy. One thing she'd adopted when it came to them was active and effective listening. It gives her time to interact with them and bond with them. Once she was done packing their lunch boxes, she led the triplet downstairs. Rebecca, the maid, was waiting for them downstairs alongside Matthew, the driver. Make sure they are in safe hands. I need you to see them to their classes. Erica said to Rebecca, and please drive safely, Matthew, she said, turning towards him. Erica stood and watched with smiles on her face as they walked out of the house. She rubs her chest satisfactorily, after which she goes to her room to get ready for work. She was done in about 1 hour and hopped into her Maybach. She had just purchased it a week back, adding to her collections of luxurious cars. The ride to work was often therapeutic for Erica as she gets to see the city bustling with people just going about their lives. Little children playing by the roadside and chasing after each other. It was nostalgic. After what felt like forever, Erica pulled up in the staff parking lot. She got down from the car and strode towards the company's building. Grace, her secretary, rushed over and took Erica's handbag from her. Ma'am, there's someone at the reception waiting for you. Who? She muttered, chewing on a gum as she made her way towards her office. Your maternal aunt, Amelia. Amelia, what is she doing in my office at such an odd hour? Let her in. Okay, my. Erica sat in her office wondering why Amelia wanted to see her all of a sudden. She was still deep in thought when the door opened and a woman who should be in her late 40s walked up to her. The striking resemblance the woman had with her late mother made Erica stare at her awkwardly. Please sit. Pardon my manners for staring at you, but you look just like my late mother. And I still can't get over it. The woman smiled. Erica, I know you are surprised to see me in your office at such an odd time, but I need to discuss something with you. Go on, I can hear you. But you should have informed me before coming, Aunt. What if I wasn't around? Ever since Erica left the United States, Amelia has been the only family member she was communicating with. She was her mother's younger sister and took Erica just like her own daughter. She had taken Erica in until she was buoyant enough to have gotten her own place and helped her build her company from scratch. I know how you love to work, so I know you must surely come to the office. Well, what I want to discuss with you is about the company back in the United States, your father's company. What about it? Erica sounded aloof. The last place she ever wanted to be reminded of was the place she fled from. It is on the verge of winding up due to bankruptcy. The revelation came as a shock to Erica. All this while, she had thought the company was doing so well, especially since her stepsister Delaney got engaged to Norberto just so they could merge the company together. This is shocking, but then what has it got to do with me? Erica said with confusion etched all over her face. She stared at the woman from head to toe. You are the only heir your father has on this earth. He has no other child. If there's anyone to save his company, it is you. Erica, your father spent quite a fortune on that company. Then let Delaney and her father take care of that. Not me. There was a heavy silence in the room as Erica said those words. She was not ready to go back to the United States. Everything that happened years back came rushing to her memory. She could remember everything vividly as though it was playing right in front of her. Amelia understood the reason for her refusing to go back to the United States. Keep the past behind you, Amelia. Won't this also be an avenue to shove all they've done to you at their face? More like your own revenge. These people are from the past, Aunt. I don't want to have anything to do with them anymore. Erica pleaded. Norberto's now a major shareholder in the company, so he's affected too. And should I tell you about his own company, it's close to winding up due to bankruptcy also. The last information I got was them pitching for a grant from your company and also trying to seek help. They need your help, but then they do not know you are the owner of Global Enterprises. Erica smirked as she rested her back against the high-gloss painted wall of her office, pondering over what. Amelia said, I think I know what to do, Aunt. Amelia smiled and bade her farewell as she exited the office. Grace walked inside with her left hand holding a file which she dropped on the table. She had a cup of coffee on the other hand which she handed over to Erica. You have a meeting with some new clients today, scheduled for 3 p.m. Would you be available so I can add it to the to-do list, Ma? What's the meeting about? Erica mumbled, typing on her laptop as she sipped the coffee at intervals. The meeting is with the Wellings Enterprises. They are almost on the verge of closing their company due to too much debt incurred. So they are making a proposal to be considered for the grant, as that would help settle off their debts and have the company back on its feet again. Considering the numerous benefits attached, they are willing to take any percentage of profit they will get if they merge with our company in the United States. Erica sighed. I see. Postpone the meeting till another time. I'll let you know when I'm free to meet with them. The company was her father's company, and Norberto being a major shareholder meant he was greatly affected too. Remembering what they made her pass through, she was determined to get her revenge back and make them beg at her feet. She realized she could only achieve this if she agreed to help them and attend the meeting, revealing herself as the CEO of Global Enterprises. She'll make them bite their fingers in regret. But ma'am, are you willing to help them? I mean, if we collaborate with them, won't it pull us back? Grace said, interrupting her thoughts. No, Grace, I believe we have enough resources and finance to take care of everything. Send a message out to them. We will be having a meeting with them. Get me more information about that company. I need to know everything about them. All right, ma'am. 5 hours later, Erica was going through some files when she heard someone knocking. Come in. The door opened and she looked up to see Richard walking with a smile on his face. He had a small gift bag with him. Hello, pretty, Richard said as he sat in the chair opposite Erica. Hello, Richard, how are you? She responded casually, still looking at the files in her hand. Richard was a medical doctor who specialized in gynecology. He had been attracted to Erica for the past 4 years, and since then, he had been hoping she would accept his advances and allow him into her life. Don't you think you need some rest, Erica? You look tired. I got you this. Erica took the gift bag from him and brought out its content. It was a necklace which had her name inscribed on it. This is beautiful. Thank you, Richard. I have a lot of work to do and taking care of the triplets isn't easy either. Richard smiled and took her hand, rubbing it fondly. He looked at her and brushed the strand of hair that was squeaky clean. Aside as he kissed her hand gently. You know, you've always got me, Erica. I'll always be by your side, willing to help you. You don't have to carry the burden alone. Erica's face flushed as Richard said those words. I'll need to go to the United States. Erica explained her reasons for taking this decision and her fears about it. I'll go with you. You need not worry, Richard assured her. A week later, you must be kidding, right? You will be meeting with your ex-husband and Delaney, and then your father too. Erica's best friend Rose ranted over the phone, obviously angry. Why didn't you tell me all these while? I only got to know about it after Aunt Amelia came a week ago. It was just a quick decision. Erica sighed wearily. Rose sounded worried from the other side. She'd been friends with Erica for the last 4 years and had shared all emotions. With her, Erica soon got off the phone with Rose. She went over to her bedside and pulled some files out from the shelf beside her bed. She glanced through them, pacing up and down the room. She suddenly felt uneasy as a photo of the triplets when they were just born fell out from one of the files. She picked it up and stared at it. She had hidden the news of her pregnancy and birth away from Norberto. She was worried, knowing that she had no clue regarding how he will react when he finally gets to know. Her heartbeat quickened as she remembered the night of their conceivement. They all had a striking resemblance to Norberto, and she feared him taking them away from her when he finally learns the truth. Erica walked over to the triplets' room. She found them fast asleep. Her heart skipped a beat as she saw them sleeping soundly. She wondered what fate had in store for her. She was not willing to go back to Norberto, and she wasn't ready to give up her kids either. And then there's Richard in the corner, waiting to come into her life. He was the exact opposite of Norberto. She knew not to deny that she had a soft spot for him, but a greater part of her was unwilling to let him into her life at the moment. I'll give it some time. Maybe we can have a thing and see how it goes along the line, Erica thought to herself. She battled with the conflicting thoughts in her mind. She didn't know what to expect and what will be the outcome of her going to the United States, and this further throws her into a confused state. Meeting her stepfather, seeing Delaney, meeting Norberto after all these years. Her appearance was surely going to stir up a lot of reactions. She reached out for her phone, which was ringing beside her. She looked at the screen and a smile appeared on her face, brightening her expression. She picked it up and with a gleeful voice, she responded to the person at the other end. "Good evening, Richard." Norberto buried his face in his palms, letting out a sigh. Another rejection again. I'm so sick and tired of all these. I feel like a fool already. There's no hope for the company anymore. He moaned, rubbing his eyes. They were swollen due to lack of sleep, and his appearance looked messy. We tried everything we could, sir. We did our best. It was just not enough. You don't have to blame yourself or beat yourself up. Carlo, his secretary who sat beside him, said, "We need to try harder. I can't afford to see the company go down the drain. It is going to be a big slap on our face. By the way, who used to bring up the ideas and do the pitches then? I remember the company was not in shambles like this. Unfortunately, she resigned, sir. It used to be a lady. She was very dedicated and brilliant, and also very business-oriented too. To be honest, she was the pillar that held the company from collapsing. Where is she? Then find her. We need her back on track. I shouldn't have invested in the company of Delaney's dad. It's really pulling us back. I'm afraid I can't, sir." "What do you mean?" I said bring her and do something. Norberto said at the top of his voice impatiently, "But she left already, sir. She doesn't work in the company anymore." Norberto's heart sank as Carlos said those words. He exhaled heavily and paced up and down his office, undoing his tie. "I have no idea where." "She's currently, sir. I tried reaching her several times, but she was not accessible. And I could not find any file about her in the company's register either. Do you have any idea what her name might be?" "I think Erica. Yeah, Erica." Norberto's body went weak immediately he heard his secretary's words. "Erica. She's the one?" "Yes, sir. She did so much for the company." Norberto crouched down and banged his fist on the desk out of frustration. "Damn IT! We need to get going, sir, so we can be early and on time for the meeting with Delaney's father and the investors. I am seriously tired and sick of seeing that man. He should better have something tangible to offer this time around. His daughter isn't helping matters. She's not any better either. Bunch of losers." Norberto mumbled, adjusting his tie. Duo exited the company and walked straight to where Norberto parked his car. The driver was already waiting for them. Norberto sat in the back seat while Carlo and the driver occupied the front seat. Norberto could not wait to be done with the meeting. He dreaded any event or opportunity that made him have an encounter with Delaney's father. His mood was always bad whenever it came to see or have anything to do with George Sean. He would have opted to not be in attendance, but it was urgent and his presence was needed. As the car sped down the free tarred road leading to the company, his mind was filled with different thoughts. He looked outside the window absent-mindedly, this time around, wishing he could turn back the hands of the clock and do right by Erica. The car pulled up at the company's entrance. Norberto got down impatiently without waiting for the driver to open the door for him. He started off with an air of confidence, and just as he was about to enter the building, his gaze met with his worst nightmare. He kept looking straight ahead without blinking his eyes, and his lips were slightly parted. His legs grew heavier, and he just stood at a spot as though he was frozen while locking gaze with her. He had no idea what really got him so surprised the most, seeing her after 6 years, or her striking beauty, or the expensive car she had taken a ride in. Erica? He whispered her name in disbelief, staring straight at her. For the first time since he had met Erica, he felt ashamed. He let out a sigh as guilt slowly crept into his heart, wondering why she was here. For the first time in a very long time, he felt his body growing weak as fear consumed him. Erica helped herself down from the car. Immediately, Richard pulled up at her father's company. He was hell-bent on coming with her, and she had no other choice than to agree. She took a deep breath as she looked at the company, taking in the whole surroundings. It was the same as she remembered it to be, only that the building was looking a bit dilapidated. She was almost making her way in when she came to a halt. She thought her eyes were playing tricks on her when she saw who was standing just in front of her. Norberto Welling. She felt her heartbeat increasing, beating hard against her ribs. The silence that enveloped them was deafening. "Come on, let's get going, babe," Richard said, wrapping his hand around Erica's waist and drawing her closer to himself, leading her inside. Inasmuch as she would hate to agree, Norberto was looking disorganized and worn out. It was obvious in his face and clothes. "Is everything okay, Erica?" Richard interrupted her thoughts. Immediately they made their way inside, peering at her face. "Yeah, I'm fine, Richard. Thank you." Erica didn't fail to see the way Norberto turned green with envy the moment Richard approached her. "Oh my God, who do we have here, Erica?" Carlo cried out. He rushed over to her with his face beaming with smiles. "Carlo, it's been a while," she responded, hugging him. "It's so good to see you again. You left the company just like that. I was just telling the boss about you and how much of a great help you have been to us." Erica turned towards Norberto, who immediately turned his face away. "I am happy to see you, Carlo. This is Richard, her boyfriend," Richard said happily, stretching his hand forward for a handshake. She's a really good person. Please take care of her. If you snooze, you lose. Trust me when I say she's a gem, one you wouldn't want to lose." "I won't, trust me too." Richard smiled, holding Erica's hand passionately. "I have to go now, Erica. Boss should be waiting for me already. We'll get in touch, I trust." Carlo's face beamed with smiles as he sat close to Norberto. "That was Erica, boss. The same lady I was talking to you about." Carlo was surprised when he saw Norberto fuming and mumbling incoherently to himself. "Is everything fine, sir? That guy was touching her so inappropriately." He fumed, his fist balling. "But sir, that's her boyfriend." Carlo was surprised. "He better stay away from her. That's freaking my wife," Norberto had said harshly before realizing the grave mistake he had done. Carlo looked at him with a puzzled look, worried that he may be talking under the influence of the stress he had been going through lately. "Are you sure you are okay, sir?" Carlo asked. Norberto recalled that he had always treated Erica as just a staff and hidden his marriage away from everybody. Norberto cursed Richard internally. He chuckled painfully, wondering how she could have a boyfriend when they haven't finalized the divorce. She just disappear for years and come back now with a boyfriend. "Huh," Norberto sneered. "What did you say?" "Nothing, I wasn't talking to you. We should focus on the meeting now. Mr. George is here already." Norberto said, folding his arms together and fixing his gaze at the high table just few steps in front of him. What the hell is Erica doing in this room? He asked Carlo, who was seated beside him. I don't know, sir. I'm surprised as well. Well, let's wait and see. Norberto's eyes were filled with jealousy as he saw Erica and Richard laughing quietly and mumbling some words to each other. He had his hands wrapped over Erica's tiny waist, which infuriated him the more. Silence, everyone. The board meeting will start soon. The lawyer, Lucas, is the one keeping us waiting, and also Delaney. They will be here soon, George said. His eyes scanned the room and fell on Erica, who was staring hard at him. Unsure of what to do, he rushed over to Norberto. What is she doing here? Is that her ghost? Norberto sighed and mumbled, I am confused as well. He looked at his father-in-law and wondered how such an old man could act so stupid sometimes. Lucas soon graced them with his presence and apologized for being late. He gazed at Erica for a few seconds before walking over to his heat. The door opened just immediately. So sorry I am late, everyone. Had to put some things in place and have my makeup done, Delaney said, rushing to her seat. Norberto rolled his eyes at her as she said those words. He felt embarrassed, as she was only concerned about her looks and had nothing else to offer. Now we can begin. Mr. George, Delaney, and Norberto, kindly please come forward and take a seat on the high table. Delaney tried intertwining her hands with Norberto, but he shook her off. Delaney, feeling embarrassed by his action in front of everyone and trying to hide her hurt, she faked a smile and went straight to her seat. I have great news, everyone. But before that, I am grateful to you all for making out time to be here today. I received a mail a few days ago from Global Enterprises, and they have agreed to partner with us and approve our grant. Everyone in the room clapped except Delaney, who had her face screwed in disgust. Such an annoying company. Why didn't they approve it all this while? We had to send thousands upon thousands of proposals and emails before they could finally approve it. What is there to be happy about? It's not as if the grant will cover for all our debts. Watch your words, Delaney. Lucas warned her. Say one more word and I'll have you thrown out of this boardroom. He glared at her. What? I haven't said anything wrong. Norberto here knows how many times we had to send a proposal and an email, right, Norberto? Norberto gave her no response as he was busy occupied with different thoughts. He felt the room had become stuffy even though the AC was fully on. He couldn't bear being in the same room with Erica and her boyfriend. Seeing that the noise had died down, Lucas continued. Now, permit me to introduce to you the CEO of Global Enterprises, Miss Erica. Can you kindly come up, please? There was a sudden silence in the room. Delaney suddenly took notice of Erica's presence. What is this ghost doing here? She asked no one in particular, rising to her feet. I think it will be good if you stop making such a nuisance of yourself, miss, Richard said, eyeing her with his face filled with irritation. Ah, after how many years, and now this thing over here just decided to appear with a boy to spite us. Hey, look over here, who the hell do you think you are? Delaney, this is my last warning to you. Keep shut or I will have you thrown out. Lucas fumed at her. Say that to those cheap things over there and not me. Delaney, George shouted, banging his fist on the table. Say nothing anymore, he cautioned her. Delaney defeatedly sat down on her seat, casting glances at Erica. Erica is the CEO and owner of Global Enterprises. Please come take your seat over here. Everyone looked in shock and utter disbelief as Erica walked up to her seat. She scanned the room with a smile on her face. Lucas beamed with smiles. Richard winked at her, proud of her. George avoided her gaze. Delaney was burning with rage, while Norberto was almost going crazy where he sat. My name is Erica, and I'm the CEO of Global Enterprises. I'm not really happy with the condition of the company, and that is why I have stepped in to offer my help in my own little way. Henceforth, I am now the new CEO of this company and I will be overseeing its affairs to ensure it gets back on its feet. There will be no room for flimsy excuses and unseriousness. Anyone found wanting will be dismissed with immediate effect, Erica stated, glaring at Delaney. The rest of the time was further spent discussing about the affairs of the company and how to run it. 3 hours later, I think with everything being said now, we can call it a day. I will get back to everyone. After having a discussion with the new CEO, Erica picked up her bag immediately and gracefully exited the room. Richard was behind her as though he was watching over her, trying to save her from danger. She suddenly stopped in her tracks and turned towards Richard. Thank you so much for everything. Thanks for coming with me. You gave me the confidence to do all I did over there. It's fine, my lady. You did really well. I'm so proud of you. Erica blushed. I need to use the restroom. Give me some minutes, please. Norberto, who had been watching the two of them from a distance, followed. Erica immediately. This is the right time, he mumbled. He had been looking for an avenue to speak to her. My eyes must be playing tricks on me, Delaney exclaimed in disbelief the moment Erica was out of earshot. She paced up and down the room, rubbing her palms together. She was rumored to be dead. She wasn't seen for years, and now she just comes back, trying to rule over us? Dad, you aren't saying anything, she shrieked, stomping her feet in anger. Just let me think of something. George shouted at her, obviously angry. She can't just disappear and come back so rich and all glamorous. She must have stolen from you or been sleeping around. Do you think I am finding this funny and easy? You talk too much. Just let me focus. He lashed at his daughter. The company's going bankrupt already. What do you expect me to do? Fold my hands and reject her help? So people can mock us? Enough of your too much talks, Delaney. Please, I don't blame you, father. Why won't you talk this way when she has already blinded you with her money, all of you? Delaney held her long gown and stormed out of the boardroom in anger. Erica was done relieving herself and approached the mirror to reapply her makeup when she looked to her side and sighted Norberto. She averted her gaze from him and continued applying her makeup. She picked up her handbag and walked towards the door. Norberto stopped her in her tracks, blocking the way with his huge body. He knew the bathroom was only for the top females in the company, so he worried less about anyone coming inside. Can you please step aside, Erica? I said, step aside. You are blocking the way. Erica, please listen to me. Don't you dare even think of touching me with your filthy hands, she said, glaring angrily at him. Norberto immediately withdrew his hand and placed them on the wall behind her. Get mad at me all you want, Erica. Shout, hit me, punch me, but please hear me out. I won't leave until we talk. Then be ready to tell everyone why you are in the females' restroom. I have nothing to discuss with you. We have nothing to talk about. So now back off and let me leave. Where have you been? Where did you go to? I searched for you. I looked for you everywhere. Erica sneered and chuckled as she looked at him from head to toe. Is this really you talking? You looked for me, you searched everywhere when you were the one that told me to get lost and stay away from your life. I can explain, just let me explain. These were the same words I said to you years ago, begging you, now leave my way. What do you even want us to talk about? You asked for a divorce, I agreed. I accepted all your terms and stayed. Away from your life? What else do you want from me? She shouted, or do you need a reminder? How you treated me, how you made me look like a fool for all I ever did, and how you choose my own stepsister over me. And many times, or was it how I was at the hospital fighting for my life, yet you were only concerned about your engagement to my sister? Norberto sighed and rubbed his face. You have changed so much, Erica. You are no longer the lady I used to know. Yeah, all thanks to you. I am no longer the foolish, young, naive girl that was blindly in love with a man that never reciprocated it and used every opportunity to insult me and made a fool out of me. No, don't get me wrong, Erica. I mean, you didn't even spare a glance at me. You carried yourself back there with so much confidence and glamour. We are still married, you know. I'm still your husband. You joke too much, Norberto. You are in my past. You are my past. I don't have anything to do with you anymore, and I owe you nothing. So don't even think you still own me. Everything happened so fast. Norberto pushed her against the wall, which left her feeling shocked. His hot breath caressed her neck, making tiny strands of hair stood up. Their chests were almost touching. Get off me, Norberto. Erica, I know I have wronged you and did horrible things to you in the past. Please forgive me. I searched for you, I swear. I looked everywhere for you. I had no clue where you might have gone to. I'm sorry for all the pain. Please, I feel so bad right now. I don't even feel like a match for you anymore. I feel so ashamed currently. Please forgive me. He leaned forward, pressing harder against her chest. Erica swallowed hard, trying to wriggle from his grip. Please just stay still. He bent his head and caressed her neck with his lips, slightly hurt, and almost immediately Delaney stormed in. What is going on here? She asked, glaring at them. Norberto, what the hell is going on here? She screamed. Delaney, just go away from here, please. Erica tried pushing him off, but he was no match for her. I can see you are. Back to take him away, huh? You cheap thing. Erica swallowed hard. She could feel anger rising inside of her. She pushed Norberto away with all her might and walked right to Delaney. She pulled at her hair and dragged her head back, painfully making Delaney to scream and wince in pain. Don't you dare talk to me like that ever in your life. She adjusted her dress and stormed out of the restroom. Richard was standing, resting his back against the wall. He saw Erica walking towards him furiously, her hair flying in the direction of the wind. Let's go, Richard. You don't look too good and you took so long. What happened? Richard asked, trying to catch up with her. We will talk about it on our way going. For now, let's just leave. Fiona, let's just leave, she said, grabbing his hand. Norberto, you need to tell me what the hell just happened here. Don't tell me you are swooning over her already. Gosh, men. You guys are so unbelievable, she said, placing her palm on her forehead and pacing up and down the restroom. He glared at Delaney, as though he could strangle her any moment. You are such a pest, a killjoy. Just stay away from my business. Don't interfere, you leech. Delaney looked at Norberto with shock written all over her face. She just could not believe he was referring to her with such words. Are you freaking kidding right now? You are calling me a leech. Norberto, you were almost kissing her just now, and as your fiancé, I have all rights to know what's going on. Oh, please just stop all these already, Delaney. Stop. I don't have time for all your silly talks right now. Are you such a gold digger too, Norberto? I can't believe you're running after her now just because she's now rich. It still won't help your company, which is going bankrupt. Norberto was furious. He glared at her, gritting his teeth. Can you just hear yourself? I can't believe I loved a nuisance like you. I said what I said. I am your woman, so stay the hell away from that slut. Erica is my wife and I won't have you talk about her like that. Norberto shoved her aside, leaving her behind in the restroom. Torrents of tears flowed down Delaney's face the moment Norberto left. She slid down the wall with her back against it. She stared at the big mirror just in front of her and realized her makeup was smudged. Her mascara ran down her face, forming a black line on both sides. She approached the sink to wash her face. She patted her face dry and wiped her hands with a napkin, after which she walked out. Dad, I saw them in the restroom. Norberto is now swooning over her. I think I've lost him, Dad. That should be the least of your concern now, Delaney. After all, she is still his wife. But we are engaged, Dad. Delaney cried out, swinging her arms in the air furiously. She took everything from me and now the only man I have, she's taking him away too. I feel like I've lost it all, Dad. You should sort this out between yourself and Norberto. After all, you got engaged to him because he was the youngest, richest billionaire, but now his company is almost winding up due to bankruptcy, so I see no reason why you should be beating yourself up if he wants to leave. But, Dad, I'm loving him already. Enough, Delaney. I've had a long day. I need some rest. George walked out on her with Delaney running to catch up with him. She looked at him with her eyes swollen from crying as he entered his car and drove off. Suddenly an evil smile formed on her lips as though she had thought of something. She got into her car and drove home. Norberto bumped into Carlo on his way out of the restroom. Where have you been, Carlo? Sorry, sir, I went to grab a quick lunch. Did you see Erica? She left already, sir. I saw her walking away with her boyfriend. They were both looking so gorgeous. Will you keep shut? That's my wife we are talking about here. How, sir? Make me understand. Erica, your wife, you were married when? How? Where? That asshole of a man cannot be her boyfriend. We didn't even get divorced. Norberto said to a confused Carlo, who was silently wishing his boss wasn't going crazy. You are getting me scared, sir, if I must say, Carlo said with a puzzled look. He pondered for a while about his boss's weird behavior. I need you to do something for me, Carlo. Okay, boss, what's that? Hire a private investigator and find out whatever you can about Erica and her company. I need the information in 3 days from now. Rose, what are you doing here at my place so early? Erica walked over to her best friend, hugging her. Her eyes fell on the woven basket she had in her hand. These are for you and the triplets. Goodness, girl, you did so well. I could not bear hearing the gist on the phone, so I had to come over. Kudos to you, girl. Ueche, you are so dramatic, Rose. Anyways, thank you for your lovely words. Where are they? In their rooms sleeping. Perfect. Now we have all the time to discuss and have some good ladies' time. Tell me how it all happened. Rose asked as they both walked towards the cushioned chair side by side. It was a hell of a day, Rose. Maybe I shouldn't have showed up. Maybe I shouldn't have accepted their proposals or take the role of the new CEO of the company. Rose stopped in her tracks. She held Erica by the shoulders and turned her, facing her. Girl, you have no reason to regret anything at all. You did what's best. After all, that's your father's company we are talking about over here. Erica took a deep breath, folding her arms and reclining on the cushion. I don't need this too much attention. I just want to make enough money that will be sufficient for my kids and live a low-key life. I also hate the fact that I had to run into Norberto. It's like my past replaying itself again. I'm so tired, Rose. I feel like I'm just going to pass out from too much thoughts, she sighed, rubbing her temple. Calm down. Now is not the time to lament over anything here, Rose said, pouring the contents of the basket on the table. I got you your favorite chocolates and muffins. Tonight, let's Netflix and chill. Want to grab a drink, girl? Erica smiled at how thoughtful her friend was. Yeah, sure. What would I have done without you, Rose? Erica said fondly. Oh my. Now some is seriously flattering me. Rose made her way towards the kitchen. She soon returned with a bottle of wine and 2 glass cups which she placed on the table. She poured herself and Erica a drink. The 2 best friends sat quietly, sipping the wine. She watched as Erica sipped her wine absent-mindedly. She marveled at the strength of her best friend and silently wished things fall in place for her soon. How did it go between you and Norberto? She stared at Rose, swirling her cup. Don't feign ignorance, Erica. Just tell me. How was the situation when you ran into your husband? Ex-husband. Rose chuckled. But you guys never really had a legal divorce. Anyways, how did it go? Nothing really happened, though. He was just being a pest all through. A pest, how? Erica brought the glass to her lips and drank its content in one gulp. He cornered me in the restroom. He wanted us to talk. He kept on apologizing for what has happened in the past. Rose chuckled. Ah, really? He said he searched everywhere for me. He looked for me and he regrets all that happened in the past. He was actually very jealous of Richard. He burned up so bad due to jealousy, you could literally see his skin turned red. The two girls laughed loudly and took a bite each from their muffins. So now he wants you back. Yeah, he does. You could see the pain in his eyes and the regret in his tone. I bet he's chewing his fingers in regret now. You needed to see him. He looked so off and unkempt and a bit tattered. He must have really lost some night's sleep because of his company. I can only imagine. Rose said, pouring herself more wine. Give me more too. Erica demanded, pushing her glass cup towards Rose. He never allowed me to say anything. He treated me like I was some piece of shit. He even brought my stepsister to our matrimonial bed. Gosh, I was such a foolish, young, naive lady in love. You were truly in love and you were such a good person. Don't blame yourself for his mistakes. It's his loss, actually. Rose comforted her. But then I want you to tell me the truth. Do you still have something in your heart for him? I mean, do you still feel something for this guy? I remember how you so loved him then. I feel nothing for him. I just see him as I see others now. I don't think I can feel a thing for someone who kept seeing me as an evil human just because he never got married to Delaney. He had always told me how I was a nobody and I wouldn't ever be worth anything and how Delaney is better than me in everything. I don't think a tiny part of me is even willing to trust him or feel anything for him. Rose rubbed her thighs, soothing her. I understand how you feel, Erica. I'm so sorry you had to go through this roller coaster of emotions. How did Delaney react? I bet that evil lady was so shocked seeing you. She couldn't believe I was the owner of Global Enterprises. She didn't want to believe it even though Lucas kept mentioning it. She stumbled upon Norberto and I in the restroom. She was so furious. She called me a gold-digging slut. Can you imagine the guts? Well, I sure put her in her place. Rose clapped her hands in delight. She patted her best friend on the back and gave her a thumbs up. You did really great. Now she will think twice before trying to mess up with you. Hoo-hoo, I keep wondering. Why does she hate me so much? She always picked on me, and at any slight chance, she reminds me of how I was a lonely, dejected child whose mother was brought into their house, and I had no other option but to be allowed into the family. I tried my best to please her. I made sure I took blame for whatever she accused me of, even though I was not guilty. I wonder where and how I've wronged her. She's just a bitter person. I mean, there's no other explanation for this. She hates you and that's on period. I just want my kids safe. And now that their father is already in the picture, I gotta be extra careful. I don't think I'm ever willing to let him know about the triplets. I just want to keep them away from him and every other person. I fear the kids getting harmed. How do you wish to achieve that? Don't forget, nothing remains hidden forever. Do you really think if you hide the birth of the triplets from him, he won't still get to know? Think about this decision of yours, Erica. But he may use the opportunity to try coming back into my life. He may use the triplets as a means of getting back with me. You know how they really so want to have a father figure and sees Richard as one, Erica whined. Is that really your fear? Or are you scared that him getting to know about the triplets and trying to come back into their lives will spark up something between the both of you? Trust me, girlfriend, I understand your fears, but I don't think keeping his children away from him is the best decision. They need their father too. Don't deprive them of that. No, I am enough for them. They do not need someone who was never there for them even before they were birthed. I will do everything I can to make sure he doesn't know anything about him. He won't even know that I was ever pregnant. Rose placed her hand on Erica's thighs. I know you are so angry currently, and I am in no position to tell you how to feel and what to feel. But keeping these kids away from their father isn't the best decision you should even consider taking. Rose watched as Erica fell into deep thoughts. She could see her eyes twitching and knew she was trying so hard to stop the tears from falling. The door opened and the triplets rushed in, interrupting their talk. My little pumpkins, Rose said, hugging them one after the other. We will continue our talk later, she whispered to Erica. For now, I need to attend to my darlings. Here, look, kids, I got you something. Her voice faded away as she went out to the play room with the kids. Erica smiled and wiped a tear from the corner of her eyes. She walked over to the playroom quietly. She flung the door open and saw Rose and the triplets playing with some building blocks. The kids were also enjoying their snacks and chocolate Rose had brought. Mommy, come join us, Ricky shouted, jumping cheerfully on the bed. Mommy is so tired, darling. Why don't I sit and watch you guys play, okay? She replied, squatting on the floor. Look, Mommy, I painted a photo of you and Daddy. Erica's heart skipped a beat as she looked at Becca's drawing. In a family, there's a mother and a father and the children. So I imagined us having a daddy and I drew it, Becca said, jumping around the room happily. She looked fulfilled and happy with her drawing. Rose stared at Erica and gave her a smile before she continued playing with the kids. That's wonderful, Becca. I love the drawing. Well done, my love, she said, rubbing her daughter's head. Erica plunged herself on the cushion immediately. She went into the sitting room. She held the painting and glared at it for a long time. She felt a sharp pain in her chest. She knew that was the pain Norberto had caused her. Rose was seen tiptoeing into the sitting room. She had a smile on her face as she sat close to Erica. They are sleeping already. Thanks, Rose. Thank you for all your help. I couldn't have done all these on my own. Oh, come on, Erica. Stop thanking me. You are making me feel bad. What are best friends for if I can't help when you need it? I will always be here for as long as it takes. Rose watched Erica fall into deep thoughts again. Hey, what are you thinking about? She asked, nudging Erica with her shoulder. So many things. On our 3rd anniversary, I wanted to tell him about the pregnancy, but he wasn't even willing to listen to me. He even rejected the anniversary gift I bought for him. And the next thing he did was to toss the divorce papers at me. But then he willingly had sex with you, right? I get it that the first was a setup by your stepsister, but the second was not. I don't even want to talk about it, Erica said as the flashbacks of what happened that night the triplets were conceived rushed to her mind. Wow, so now your ex-wife is back and there's also Delaney. She's not my ex-wife. She's my wife. We never had a divorce. Norberto fumed. I see. So that means you are in a dilemma now. Torn between two sisters. Are you making fun of me or what? I called you here to help me think of something, not to make fun of me. You see, Norberto? Mark said, dragging his chair towards him. I won't lie to you, you really fucked things up yourself. What do you mean by that? Norberto asked, looking at him from the corner of his eye. Aren't you my best friend? You were supposed to be on my side. Stop blaming me for things I had no control over. I am only telling you the truth. I'm not blaming you for anything unjustly. I am your best friend. I will always stand up for you, but that shouldn't translate to me backing you up when you are wrong. You treated your wife so badly. You even brought her sister to the house where she stays and sleep with her under the same roof. Oh, please, Mark. You don't have to keep reminding me of everything that happened in the past, do you? Really, you were being such a jerk, Norberto. If I were Erica or if she was my sister, trust me, you aren't having her back. I can't afford myself or any of my family accepting someone who treated them like trash back into their lives. She deserves someone better, actually. Don't talk like that, Common. I know I was wrong and I accept that, but you didn't have to be so blunt about the truth. Anyways, why do you even want her back? Or you just can't stand the fact that she's happy now and glowing without you, so you want to take her back and turn her into the lady she was when she was with you, huh? No, Mark, you are getting it all wrong. She's the woman I want now. Mark looked at his best friend with a confused look. You are just like a prostitute, only that you are the male version, so what now happens to Delaney? There was silence. Norberto tried talking but kept his mouth shut just immediately. I have always known what you had for Delaney wasn't really love. I mean, Erica is almost better than her in everything. I have always warned you about her. But you turned a deaf ear to me and nearly picked a fight with me too. Common man, I already apologized for that. I don't even know what got you attracted to Delaney in the first place or what you see in her. I knew Delaney first. I just don't get it how Erica ended up in my bed and we both were forced to marry just to save our family from shame. What would I have done, Mark, when my heart was still yearning for Delaney? Trust me, Mark, I had no intention of divorcing her. I thought she was going to beg. I thought that would make me have more power over her. Norberto sighed deeply, rubbing his face with his palms. I thought I didn't love her. I thought I was strong, but look at me now, Mark. I can't bear it any longer. I searched for her. I searched everywhere, but I knew not her whereabouts. The truth was that while we were married, Delaney told me she was coming back. During those times, especially after making out with Erica, I found myself falling for her. I found myself growing a soft spot for her, and I felt I needed to stop. That was why I was so hard and harsh on her, and then I pronounced divorce. But now I need my wife back. I need my woman back. I want her. I feel incomplete. I feel like a total asshole. Just take a look at me. This isn't the Norberto you used to know, Mark. I'm looking so rough. So how can I help you now? Mark asked, staring at him. You are my friend. You are a lawyer dude. I need you to do everything possible to bring my wife back. I'd pay any amount and do anything. I'd go to the heavens and come back. I'll do anything, please, he sobbed. Please, he mumbled. Mark stared at him, saying nothing. Mark. Norberto said faintly, tapping Mark's thigh. It's not as easy as you think, Norberto. Even though you guys never really went to court for a divorce or attended any sitting, she can tell the court she wants you to stay away from her. She can bring in what happened in the past. How you treated her and how you were the first to pronounce divorce and even gave her divorce papers. So you see, if you both should appear in court now, she's surely winning the case against you. So what do you think I can do now? What do you suggest I do? Norberto asked, dejectedly. I have an idea, though. I believe now that she is the new CEO of the company. She will attend more board meetings and will be around for a while. That's the opportunity you have. Make me understand, please. If you really still want your wife back, then be a fool for her. Let the tables turn now. Be the man she always wanted you to be. Do all you can to win her back. Women love attention, care, affection too. Use these, try them, turn anew. Leaf, but I wonder how you are going to do that with Delaney by your side. I only hope she doesn't ruin things for you. This is perfect. I'm definitely going to do this. I still want my woman back. I want her back so badly. Is this really you, Norberto? Is this really you dying to have a woman back? The same woman you rejected and sent away. You are amazing, Mark said, laughing at his friend's words. But then I hope and pray you are not too late. I mean, you have been away from her life for years. She must have found someone better. I only hope she's still willing to give you a chance. But what if she doesn't? What if she doesn't give me a chance? Mark shrugged, pursing his lips. You may as well try your luck first. You never can tell. But if she never gave you another chance, then you can go ahead and get married to your Delaney. Do your best, expect either a positive response or a negative one. Thanks, man. I will surely do as you've said. Erica is really a great woman and has a kind Heart 2. You must have really pushed her to the wall for her to have reacted the way she did. Norberto sighed deeply. Mark saw this and gazed at him. What is wrong? I am just worried sick about this whole thing. Delaney is a beast. I don't know how she's going to take this whole thing, but truth is, whatever I feel for her isn't love. Maybe I was attracted to her before, but it definitely wasn't love. And I don't know what to expect. I told Carlo to hire a private investigator and get me everything I need to know about Erica, her life, her schedules, everything. I'm just skeptical about what the response might be. What if she's married? Or already planning marriage with that guy I saw her with? Richard or whatever his name is, goodness. I hate him so much already. I never thought you could be this jealous, really. Well, as for Delaney, I don't even know what to say, but just be careful. You know how angry she can get and to what extent she can go. When did Carlos say he will feed you with the information? Today, he said today. Now I feel so restless. Don't worry, just keep calm. I already told you what to do, though. Sure, Norberto was about finishing his statement when his phone buzzed. All at once, the notification tone rang out several times, indicating he had received a lot of messages. That should be Carlo, Mark said, urging him to check the phone. He reached for his device, which was on the table opposite Mark. He was glued to the phone for like a minute, staring hard at it. Beads of sweat formed on his forehead, and his eyes had traces of tears in them. What is wrong? Mark asked, peering at Norberto's phone. He looked at his face, which was filled with disappointment, and his eyes, which showed his pain. Can you just tell me what is wrong? Answer me, Norberto. Mark scowled. I just received informations from Carlo. The investigator has gone back to him. All right, that's a good one. So what does it say? Erica has triplets, 2 boys and a girl. Mark's eyes popped open and his jaw dropped. Are you serious? She looked so young, she didn't even look like she had birthed a child. Talk more of 3. The investigator must have made a mistake somewhere. No, he didn't. He sent Erica's photos, but not with the kids. I mean, we didn't even get a legal divorce and she already opened her legs for another man. That's ridiculous. He voiced out, his heart burning with jealousy. Watch your words, Norberto. You never can tell. Those kids might have been adopted and not necessarily hers. After all, she's a career woman and she may not have time to birth kids, so she might have just gone for an adoption. What are the kids' age? Any names too? No, he didn't. He picked up his phone again and scrolled through it hastily. He only said she's engaged to Richard and has triplets for him. He further said he couldn't find anything tangible about her as she lives a low-key life. No social media, no parties, no uploads, nothing at all. A perfect opposite of Delaney, Mark mumbled. So what do you think now? I mean, with this information you've gotten, it will seem rude for you to still go after her, don't you think? Mark asked. I don't know at all, God. I feel so messed up right now. Norberto shouted, attracting the cackling attention of others in his office. Just be calm, don't let it bother you too much. I still believe there's more to that message that we don't know. So let's not conclude now. Mark assured him. I'm still not over it yet that she has that jerk as a boyfriend, and now they're engaged and there are kids too. Damn it, I should have treated her better. I'm so filled with regrets currently. His phone rang out loud, which he hastily picked. On seeing who the caller was, he sighed and turned it off. Won't you pick your call? Mark asked him. It's Delaney. I don't feel like speaking to her. She may be worried about you not picking up her calls. Does it seem like I care? She needs to understand that I need space sometimes. She's always so clingy and it annoys me. It pisses me off. Norberto ranted. Norberto, trust me, those kids may be adopted. She looks too good to have birthed a child. She was glowing when she came over to the board meeting. She looked even better than before. I like the fact that you are giving me hope, false hope. I'm not, Norberto. Oh, screw that, I'm off. Mark watched with shock written all over his face as his best friend stormed out of the office in anger, leaving him all alone.